Hello everyone, Joshua Myers here, and welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on the first official Halloween Ends trailer that was dropped the other day. So let's get right on to it.
We interrupted an important experiment in progress.
I am Chucky. Pennywise the ends.
You will coming to get you, Barbara. I want to play a game.
Now, just like I said in the intro, this is going to be sharing my first official, my first ever thoughts on the official teaser trailer that Blumhouse and Universal dropped for Halloween Ends, which is going to be the third and final chapter of the new set of Halloween films by Blumhouse. Before I get any further in the video, this is the second time I've recorded this damn video. My webcam started to act up. Every time I click record, it would act like it's recording, and then I go check to see in the file folders, and it seemed like the video was corrupted. So what I did was I restarted basically uninstalled and reinstalled the camera drive, and that seems to work. I did a small test, and it seemed to work. So hopefully this works out, and I can continue making more videos for you. But yeah, my overall thoughts on the trailer is that I think it's good. I think it's good. It didn't excite me enough, but it's still enough to just because I'm going to watch the movie anyway, because I'm a Halloween fan. I've so far relatively enjoyed the new films. Okay, so brief history on my thoughts on the new films made by Blumhouse. Now, we're counting the original in this too, because the original is a part of this new series continuity. I love the original. The original is like up there with one of my favorite horror films, and it's definitely probably my favorite slasher film. Love the original Halloween, and just became obsessed. I love the original Halloween. Love Michael Myers. Love Laurie Strode. When they announced they were bringing it back, bringing the OG Myers back after Rob Zombie had rebooted the franchise back in 2007-2009 with his movies, and then there was just a long period of time with no Halloween film. There were some that were being thrown around, like ideas and treatments, ranging from a third film in the Rob Zombie timeline to like a recalibration, as it was being referred to, known as Halloween Returns, which was the version of a Halloween film that was actually really like this close to being the film that we could have got. Actually, like, it was already filming and all that different, well, it was this close to being filmed, and then it got canned. So, and then here came Halloween 2018, directed by David Gordon Green and written by Danny McBride and David Gordon Green. And my thoughts on it was, I thought it was okay. I relatively enjoyed it. I did notice some problems. I wasn't like one of those people that were going oh gaga and saying, oh, best since the original or something like that, or I wasn't thinking that. I had definite problems, some things that if I had directed Halloween 2018 I would have changed. And it's just one of those films, the more times I've watched it, the more issues I have found. And it's just one of those things where it started going lower and lower on my ranking. So and then afterwards they announced that they were not only doing one, but two more movies. Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. Which Halloween Kills was initially meant to be released October of 2020. And Halloween Ends was initially meant to come out October of last year, 2021.
Happy Halloween, Michael.
But because of the pandemic and everything, they pushed both movies further ahead of time. So instead of Halloween Kills coming out October of 2020, it was then released to the public October of 2021. which is where Halloween Ends was initially meant to be released. And because of that, now we got Halloween Ends coming out this October 2022. I watched Halloween Kills on Peacock Premium, with my Peacock Premium subscription, and because I couldn't go to the theater to see it due to the pandemic. I wanted to, but again, couldn't risk it, and I really enjoyed Halloween Kills. In fact, I liked it more than Halloween 2018, and I've seen it a few times since then, and I have not found any additional problems. Now, I will grant you, there are problems with Halloween Kills. One of it being the overuse of the bit line of "Evil dies tonight! Evil dies tonight! Evil dies tonight! Evil dies tonight!" That was a bit corny and hammy, but come on, seriously, what Halloween film has not had corny dialogue? Hell, in the film you guys like, Halloween 2018, there's that line from the character Ray. It's like, "Oh man, I got peanut butter on my penis."
Oh, mother! Oh, man. I got peanut butter on my penis.
Seriously? Not to mention before the Rob Zombie movies, there was like tons of really bad dialogue, you know? Like, one example is like, "I'll come over there and I'll skull the shit out of you."
I will crawl over there and I will
Get the crutches for you.
That's not cringy or corny. Or I'll take it even a bit further. Halloween Resurrection. A universally hated film. I've seen some people who actually do like the film and, you know, would look at Halloween Kills and say, "Oh, it's bad, probably the worst film in the franchise," which I'm like, you need to get your eyes checked. Because it's not the worst film in the franchise. Hell, if I didn't like Halloween Kills, I would not dare say it was the worst of the franchise, by far. And in fact, the film you guys who claim Halloween Kills is the worst, but yet love Halloween Resurrection, just saying, that film had the line of "Trick or treat, motherfucker!"
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
But yet, you had a problem with, you had a problem with the "I got peanut butter on my penis" line from the first, Halloween 2018. The "Evil dies tonight" being constantly spouted in Halloween Kills. And now just from the trailer, because there is a scene where Laurie's waiting for Michael, and she's like, "Come and get me, mother."
Come and get me, mother.
You have a problem with that. I could also think of other lines that throughout the franchise that were pretty corny and hammy as well. And not only that too, I don't get the whole division with Halloween Kills. Honestly, it's like, because again, it's basically like the Last Jedi of the Halloween franchise, where you had half of the fan base who love it, I'm on that camp, and then the other half who despise it. Again, there's some people out there who think it's the worst film in the franchise, even worse than Halloween Resurrection or Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Or Halloween 5, or, you know, and they feel like it's killed their, interest in ever wanting to see, in what happens down with this new trilogy. Although, I've heard some of these people say, even with that, I'm still going to go see Halloween Ends, which I'm like, why? I mean, wouldn't you just, how about this, just don't go. Don't go see it. If it has killed your interest and you think it looks garbage, you haven't liked the new movies, then just don't go see them. Don't use your own money to go and see these movies if you don't like them. I'm also looking at you, Star Wars fans. Well, fans is putting it lightly, but I'm looking at you people, you know, because I've seen, you know, people in the Star Wars community do that as well. And I just personally don't get why go and watch something that not only do you know it's going to be garbage, at least to you, and looks garbage to you, and the previous film killed your entire interest, killed your complete interest in these new movies. Again, talking to you, Star Wars, people, not fans. It's like, why? You know, there's a plethora of movies, even some that are not very well known. Why did you go and watch those? Or hell, for the case of the Halloween fandom, if you don't like the new movies, you could go watch all the other ones. There's now a total of 13 films in this franchise, with Halloween Ends dropping. You could just go and watch the other films, anywhere between the original all the way to Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. You don't have to watch the new Blumhouse trilogy. You don't. Nobody's asking you to. You know that too? You also don't have to cover these movies or talk about them. Sure, maybe give out your quick thoughts once, saying, oh, I thought it was terrible, and this is why I think it's terrible. All that different stuff. Which I wouldn't have a problem with if that's all you did, but my problem is I don't like the fact that not only do you keep on constantly talking about how bad these movies are and how you don't care, which, I mean, given to how much content you made of shitting on these movies, it seems like you care. It seems like you care enough to keep on constantly talking about these movies. So how much do you really don't care? I think maybe this little, and you care this much if you're making content about it and all that, like at least that much content. Again, I can maybe understand giving out one movie review or something like that and then being done with it. That's it. But making multiple videos, discussion videos about why Halloween Kills is the worst movie in the franchise and all that different stuff, and making videos about, like, I literally saw on a channel, Everyday Horror, he posted a video talking about the reasons why I already hate Halloween Ends. I'm like, and he posted that when there was no trailer or anything. How can you already hate Halloween Ends if you have not seen the movie? I don't get it. I really don't. Again, same case with the Star Wars, community. It's like, for those who hate anything that comes out of, Disney with Star Wars, you don't have to watch them. You don't have to cover them on your channels. Nobody's asking you to. At least the large majority of people aren't asking you to. In fact, if you want, you could go back and watch the original trilogy and just stop it there, or watch the prequel trilogy, stop from there. You don't have to get into any of the stuff that Disney and Lucasfilm are doing now, with the new canon. You can actually go back and revisit the old expanded universe. Just because it's not canon anymore doesn't mean you can't go back and revisit it and have fun with it. And just like some of these Star Wars channels, some of these Halloween horror channels, like Everyday Horror or the Myers Fan 25, I rarely hear them talk about something that they love. But yet they claim to be fans. And I'm sorry for this kind of rant, it just bugs the hell out of me. At some point I will do another video about that, because I have talked about channels like Everyday Horror on my podcast. So I'll intend on doing an actual video talking about channels like Everyday Horror and the Myers Fan 25, because they've made some, more content since then, and honestly I think more ridiculous content since then. And I'll kind of just go through and see if there's anything that they post that I agree with, or if not. So be sure to check out for that at some point. But yeah, so let's move on. I will say, visually, from when I saw the trailer, Halloween Ends seems to look like it's going to be visually the best of this new trilogy. Very much feels like the older Halloween films, like the earlier films, very much with modern technology. Like, their shots of street of kids trick-or-treating at night. And then there's the shot of, Michael going up to a house, which, by the way, the house looks very similar to the Carruthers house in Halloween 5. So there's a bit of Easter egg for you. And of course, you know, it's kind of recreating the POV one-take shot of the original Halloween, or Michael stalking someone. You see him enter a house, and he opens the door, and it turns out it's Laurie waiting for him.
Come on, let's go.
And most of the trailer is basically the this fight scene between Michael and Laurie, which we heard was a part of the CinemaCon trailer. In fact, I think this is the CinemaCon teaser trailer. So, and then it mostly shows that scene, the Laurie and Michael fight in the kitchen scene. And then shows archival footage of the original Halloween, Halloween 2018, and Halloween Kills. And then shows brief flashes of scenes from Halloween Ends. There's not much to talk about here aside from maybe that kitchen fight with Laurie and Michael. I've been hearing rumors suggesting that, theories suggesting that who Laurie is fighting, like the Michael that Laurie is fighting in those scenes, it's not Michael Myers, and in fact it's a copycat. So, could we have a copycat killer in Halloween Ends? Maybe, I don't know. And if so, is he going to be portrayed by James Jude Courtney, or are they getting a different guy so that you can see a difference between the copycat and the real Michael Myers? Honestly, my only nitpick with this teaser is it didn't really show too much in regards of plot or the new characters. But I do like that they're trying to hide as little as possible, hide as much as possible. Unlike their marketing for Halloween Kills, for that just completely spoiled a lot of the movie. And one thing I didn't seem to realize is, and a lot of other people didn't, is they actually put the plot synopsis in the description of the trailer. So if you don't want to be spoiled, because there's some potential spoilers here, I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. Click off this video, and also again, like and subscribe, you know. But for those who don't care, or, you know, are prepared for it, stay around. But anyway, the plot synopsis here is 4 years after the events of last year's Halloween Kills, Laurie is living with her granddaughter Allison, once again portrayed by Andi Matichak, and is finishing her memoirs. Michael Myers hasn't been seen since. Laurie, after allowing the spirit Michael to drive her reality for decades, has decided to liberate herself from fear and rage and embrace life. But when a young man, Corey Cunningham, is accused of killing a boy he was babysitting, ignites a cascade of violence and terror that will force Laurie to finally confront the evil she can't control once and for all. That is the plot for Halloween Ends. Now, I personally don't know how exactly they're going to tie all of that in, but from the sounds of it, it seems like Michael has framed this new character, Corey, for the murder of the kid he was babysitting. And again, from the sounds of it, for all we know, there could be a copycat Michael. You know, somebody who is inspired by Michael Myers and is trying to kill people and even try to go after Laurie Strode. I don't know. I personally don't know. Tell me in the comments what you guys think. What do you guys thought of the trailer, and if you have checked out the plot synopsis, or if you just are now hearing about it in this video, what do you guys think? Are you excited for Halloween Ends? Are you going to see it day of release, or try to go see it in general? Or are you that percentage of people who like is no longer interested in this and don't intend on seeing it, or you know, think this looks like garbage? Tell me in the comments what you guys think. Again, play nice. This is a friendly, like, I'm trying to build a friendly community here to where people can feel safe about talking about movies and all the stuff that they love or don't like, because there's a way to talk about things you don't like without being toxic as hell. Also, don't forget to hit the like button, and also too, if you're new to this channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. It will really help out my channel. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.